how to handle a narcissistic person. Let me ask you something. Have you ever dealt with someone who always makes everything about them? Someone who manipulates, drains your energy, and somehow, no matter what happens, you're always the bad guy? Sound familiar? Now listen, I get it. These people can be toxic. They can shake your confidence, make you doubt yourself, and leave you feeling like you're the problem. But I'm here to tell you today, you don't have to let them control your emotions, your mind, or your life. Because guess what? You have more power than you think. And today, I'm going to show you exactly how to handle a narcissistic person and take your power back. So let's get into it. Understand what you're dealing with. You cannot fight an enemy you don't understand. And let's be real, narcissists are a different breed. They don't play by the same rules as you and me. They are wired for control, for dominance, for attention. They live off the energy of others because they cannot generate their own sense of worth. You're dealing with someone who will twist reality just to stay on top. Most people waste years hoping a narcissist will change. But let me tell you something, they won't. Not because they can't, but because their entire identity is built around never being wrong. Their whole life is a performance, a game of I'm always right and you're always wrong. If you wait for them to wake up one day and realize they've been toxic, you'll be waiting forever. So the first thing you must do is stop expecting normal behavior from them. They don't think the way you do, they don't feel the way you do, and they certainly don't care the way you do. The moment you grasp this, you stop being shocked by their action. You stop being hurt every time they twist the truth, belittle you, or act like the victim. What they crave more than anything is control. They want to be the center of your world, the ruler of your emotions, and the more power you give them, whether through arguing, defending yourself, or trying to prove your worth, the stronger they become. That's why the best thing you can do is learn the game, then refuse to play it. And let me tell you, this is not about hate, this is about power. It's about awareness. Because when you truly understand how they operate, you stop taking it personally. You stop losing sleep over their words. You stop feeling like you're losing your mind. You recognize the manipulation for what it is, a desperate attempt to maintain control. But here's where most people get it wrong. They think they can outsmart a narcissist. They think if I just say the right thing, if I just explain it perfectly, they'll finally see the truth. Wrong. A narcissist is not looking for truth. They are looking to win. And they will do whatever it takes to keep the upper hand. Your best defense? Detachment. The moment you emotionally detach from their chaos, you become untouchable. They can yell, they can lie, they can gaslight. You will see it, but you will not absorb it. And that's when their power over you starts to crumble. But you have to be willing to let go of the need for fairness. You have to stop expecting closure, stop expecting accountability. A narcissist will never give you a genuine apology. They will never admit they were wrong, and that's okay, because you don't need their validation to move forward. Once you accept this truth, something incredible happens. You start to feel free, free from their manipulation, free from their control, free from the endless cycle of trying to prove yourself to someone who will never see your worth. And that kind of freedom, that's priceless. So today, I want you to make a decision to stop expecting a narcissist to be someone they're not, a decision to take your power back by refusing to play their game, a decision to rise above their drama and reclaim your peace. Because the moment you truly understand what you're dealing with, everything changes. You stop being the victim and you start being the person who cannot be manipulated. And when that happens, the narcissist loses their grip on you forever. Stop seeking their approval. Let me ask you something. Whose opinion have you been chasing? Whose approval have you been waiting for? And be honest with yourself. Has it ever actually made you happy, or has it only kept you trapped? Narcissists are masters at making you feel like you're not enough. No matter what you do, it's never quite right. One day they adore you, the next day they tear you down. They keep you on edge, always striving, always chasing, always feeling like if you could just be better, they'd finally see your worth. But here's the truth. You will never win their approval because they never intended to give it to you in the first place. The goal was never to build you up. The goal was to keep you in a constant state of seeking, because as long as you're seeking, you're controllable. The moment you stop needing their validation, everything shifts. You stop jumping through hoops. You stop bending over backward to please them. You stop walking on eggshells, hoping that today will be the day they finally appreciate you. You realize that their approval is an illusion, one that they dangle in front of you just to keep you in their orbit. And here's the best part. You never needed it to begin with. You are already enough. You always have been. Their inability to see your worth does not mean you are worthless. Their inability to appreciate you does not make you less valuable. Their lack of love does not define your ability to be loved. Think about it. Why are you giving so much power to someone who refuses to see you? Why are you allowing their broken perception to dictate how you feel about yourself? They don't get to decide your value. They don't get to hold the key to your happiness. That power belongs to you. So today I challenge you to take a stand. No more waiting for their approval. No more hoping for their praise. No more sacrificing your self-worth for someone who will never truly appreciate you. You are done seeking from someone who is never capable of giving in the first place. And let me tell you, when you stop seeking their validation, something incredible happens. You become free. Free from their expectations, free from their manipulation, free from the constant emotional roller coaster that they've kept you trapped in for so long. Because here's the ultimate truth. You don't need anyone's approval to be worthy. You were born worthy. You were born enough. And the moment you start believing that, you become untouchable. So no more looking to them for validation. No more questioning your worth based on their opinions. It's time to reclaim your confidence. It's time to step into your power. It's time to stop giving your energy to someone who was never meant to define you. Because the truth is, their approval was never about you. It was about controlling you. And now, you are done playing that game. You are stepping into your own light, your own strength, your own power. And let me tell you something. That is the one thing a narcissist never wanted you to realize. But now that you have, there's nothing they can do about it. Set boundaries like a boss. Let me ask you, how many times have you let something slide just to keep the peace? How many times have you swallowed your feelings, ignored the red flags, and convinced yourself that maybe, just maybe, if you were just a little more patient, a little more understanding, things would change? Listen to me. Boundaries are not optional. They are not negotiable, and they are not about being rude, selfish, or difficult. Boundaries are about one thing: respecting yourself enough to say, I will not tolerate this. A narcissist will test you. They will push. They will guilt trip. They will manipulate. And every time you bend, every time you hesitate, every time you let something slide, you are training them to believe that your boundaries don't matter. So today, we change the game. Today, we draw the line. Because let me tell you something. People treat you how you allow them to treat you. And if you've been allowing a narcissist to walk all over you, that stops now. You don't owe them explanations. You don't owe them justification. You don't owe them an essay on why your boundaries matter. You say no, and that's it. No is a complete sentence. And when they push back, when they try to gaslight you, guilt trip you, make you feel like the bad guy, you hold the line. Because here's what you need to understand. Narcissists don't respect boundaries. They test them. They will poke and prod and push just to see if you really mean what you say. And this is where most people fail. They set the boundary, but the moment it gets hard, the moment the narcissist throws a tantrum, they fold, they back down. And in that moment, the narcissist wins. They now know that your boundaries are flexible, and that is the last thing you want. So here's the rule. You don't negotiate with toxic people. You don't explain, you don't justify, you don't engage in their emotional circus. You set the boundary, you enforce the boundary, and you let them deal with their own reactions. Because guess what? Their reaction is not your responsibility. If they're angry, let them be angry. If they guilt trip, let them guilt trip. If they lash out, That's their issue, not yours. You do not exist to manage their emotions. You exist to protect your peace. And let me tell you something magical that happens when you start enforcing boundaries. You start to feel strong. You start to feel powerful. You start to realize that you were never weak. You were never helpless. You were never at their mercy. You were just never taught how to say enough. So today, I want you to decide, where is the line? What will you no longer tolerate? What is the one behavior that you will no longer accept in your life? And the moment you decide that, you hold the line. Because boundaries aren't about controlling others. They are about controlling yourself. And when you stand firm in your boundaries, something incredible happens. The narcissist loses their grip. They can't manipulate you. They can't push you. They can't guilt you into submission. You become untouchable. And that is the ultimate power move. Don't engage in their drama. Let me ask you something. How much energy have you wasted arguing with a narcissist? How many hours, how many sleepless nights, how many deep conversations have you had trying to get them to just see your side, to just understand how you feel? And let me ask you another question. Has it ever worked? Let me save you some time. No, it never has, and it never will. Because a narcissist isn't looking for resolution. They aren't looking for mutual understanding. They're looking for control. They don't argue to solve problems. They argue to keep you hooked, to keep you reactive, to keep you emotionally invested in their chaos. And you know what happens when you refuse to play that game? You win. You take their power away. A narcissist thrives on emotional reactions. They love when you get angry. They love when you break down crying. They love when you try to defend yourself, explain yourself, prove yourself. Because in that moment, they are in control. They have pulled you into their storm. But listen to me carefully. You do not have to participate in every argument you are invited to. You do not have to explain yourself to someone who is committed to misunderstanding you. You do not have to react just because they push your buttons. You know what the most powerful response to a narcissist is? Silence, indifference, zero reaction. Because when you stop feeding their need for drama, they lose interest. Picture this, a narcissist throws bait at you. They criticize you, they accuse you of something ridiculous, they twist your words, they do everything in their power to get a rise out of you. But instead of taking the bait, you just shrug and walk away. Boom, that's power, that's control. That's how you shut them down. Because the truth is, the moment you stop reacting, you break their cycle. They can't fight if you're not engaging. They can't manipulate if you're not playing along. They can't control your emotions if you are in total control of yourself. And let me tell you, the first time you do this, they will lose their minds. They will push harder. They will try every trick in the book. They will try to bait you back in. And that's the moment where you must stand firm. Because the second they realize they no longer have control over you, that's the moment they start to fade. That's the moment you reclaim your peace. That's the moment you win. So today, I want you to commit to something. No more engaging in their drama. No more defending yourself to someone who doesn't actually care about the truth. No more wasting energy trying to win a fight that was designed to keep you trapped. You are above this. You are stronger than this. You are done giving them the reaction they crave. From this moment on, you stay calm, you stay composed, you stay in control. And when they try to pull you into their storm, you remind yourself of this truth. You don't belong in their chaos. You belong in your peace. Focus on your growth, not fixing them. How much of your time, energy, and heart have you poured into trying to change a narcissist? How many times have you thought, if I just love them enough, if I just explain it the right way, if I just show them how much I care, maybe they'll finally get it? Let me tell you something. You are not responsible for fixing a broken person who doesn't want to change. Read that again. Let it sink in. Because the greatest lie that keeps people trapped in toxic relationships is the belief that they can save someone who does not want to be saved. Narcissists do not want to be fixed. They do not want to change. Because to change means admitting they were wrong. And a narcissist would rather burn the world to the ground than take responsibility for their actions. So let me ask you, why are you spending your life trying to fix someone who refuses to heal? Why are you draining yourself to fill someone else's void? That is not your job. That is not your purpose. That is not why you are here. You were not put on this earth to be someone's emotional punching bag. You were not put here to be a therapist, a savior, or a martyr. You were put here to live, to grow, to step into the strongest, boldest, most powerful version of yourself. And you cannot do that if you are constantly shrinking yourself to fit into someone else's dysfunction. You cannot do that if your energy is spent trying to convince a narcissist to care. You cannot do that if your self-worth is tied to whether or not a toxic person treats you with kindness. So today, I want you to shift your focus. Stop trying to fix them and start focusing on fixing you. Because the truth is, the more you grow, the harder it is for a narcissist to hold on to you. The more confident you become, the less their words affect you. The more you invest in your own happiness, the less their manipulation works. This is how you break free, not by waiting for them to change, but by changing yourself, by healing the parts of you that tolerated the abuse, by strengthening the parts of you that once doubted your worth, by realizing that you are the one who deserves your energy, not them. And let me tell you something, when you start focusing on your own growth, narcissists panic. Because their control over you depends on your insecurity. Their power over you relies on your self-doubt. The moment you rise, they start to fall. And that's why they will try to pull you back down. They will try to make you feel guilty. They will try to make you feel selfish. They will try to convince you that you're the problem. But listen to me. You are not the problem. Their inability to respect you is the problem. Their refusal to change is the problem. Their toxic behavior is the problem. And you know what? That is their burden to carry, not yours. You are done carrying their weight. You are done sacrificing yourself for someone who does not value you. You are done waiting for change that will never come. From this moment forward, your energy goes into you, your healing, your happiness, your future. Because the more you grow, the less power they have. And that is how you truly set yourself free. Surround yourself with people who lift you up. Let me ask you, who do you spend the most time with? Who do you allow into your energy? Who do you give your time, your trust, your heart to? Because the people in your life either pull you up or drag you down. And if you've been stuck in a narcissist's orbit, I can guarantee you they've been isolating you. Narcissists want you alone. They want you to feel like no one understands you, no one believes you, no one supports you. Because the more isolated you are, the easier you are to control. The more alone you feel, the more power they have. But listen to me, you are not alone. There are people in this world who see you, who value you, who love you for exactly who you are. And those are the people you need to surround yourself with. Because here's the truth, healing doesn't happen in isolation. It happens in connection. It happens when you surround yourself with people who remind you of your worth, people who lift you higher instead of tearing you down, people who challenge you to grow instead of keeping you small. And I know what some of you are thinking, but I don't have that kind of support. And if that's you, let me tell you something. Go find it, build it, create it, seek out the friendships, the communities, the mentors who will pour into you, because the people in your life determine the quality of your life. And yes, it will feel uncomfortable at first. When you've spent years being conditioned by a narcissist, real love and support can feel foreign. You may even resist it. You may even feel like you don't deserve it, but you do. And you must push through that fear and allow yourself to receive it. Because here's what happens when you surround yourself with the right people. You start to heal faster. You start to believe in yourself again. You start to see yourself through the eyes of those who love you. And that is life-changing. And let me tell you something else. Narcissists hate when you build a strong support system. They will do everything in their power to convince you that those people are against you, that you can't trust them, that you don't need them. Because they know that once you have real support, their grip on you weakens. So today I want you to make a commitment. No more isolation, No more staying in toxic environments just because they are familiar. No more keeping yourself small to fit into someone else's dysfunction. You deserve love. You deserve support. You deserve people who see your light and refuse to let you dim it. And when you find those people, hold on to them, pour into them, because together you rise, and the stronger your circle, the weaker their hold on you becomes. That's how you win. That's how you break free. That's how you build a life that is finally truly yours. Walk away and never look back. Let me ask you something. How many times have you told yourself, this is it, I'm done, I'm walking away this time, only to get pulled right back in? How many times have you given them one more chance because they promised to change? How many times have you convinced yourself that maybe, just maybe, they'll finally get it? But here's the truth, and I need you to hear this with every fiber of your being. They will never change. Not for you, not for love, not for the relationship, because change requires self-awareness, accountability, and a willingness to grow. And a narcissist is allergic to all three, and you already know this. You've seen the cycle, the love bombing, the manipulation, the silent treatment, the gaslighting, the blame shifting, the same game over and over. And every time you think it's getting better, they find a new way to pull you back into their toxic loop. So today I need you to decide, are you finally ready to break free? Are you finally ready to put yourself first? Are you finally ready to stop waiting for someone else to change and start taking control of your life? Because listen, walking away is not weakness. Walking away is power. It is you reclaiming your life, your happiness, your peace. It is you saying, I am done giving my energy to someone who only drains me. And I won't lie to you, walking away is hard. It's uncomfortable, it's painful, because narcissists don't let go easily. They will hoover, they will try to suck you back in with apologies, fake remorse, empty promises. They will suddenly say everything you ever wanted to hear, but listen to me. It's just another manipulation. They don't miss you, they miss controlling you. They don't love you, they love the power they had over you. And the second you let them back in, the abuse starts again. So this time when you walk away, you do it for real. No more second chances, no more hoping they'll change, no more falling for their lies. You go no contact. Block their number, delete their messages, stop checking their social media, erase them from your world, because you cannot heal in the same place that broke you. You cannot rebuild your life while still holding onto their toxicity. You cannot step into your future while dragging the weight of their dysfunction. And I know what some of you are thinking, but what if they come back? What if they try to reach out? What if they suddenly act like they've changed? Let me tell you what you do. You ignore it. You don't respond. You don't engage. You don't even acknowledge it, because the second you engage, they know they still have access to you, and the cycle starts all over again. So today, I want you to make a commitment, not to them, but to yourself. You are walking away and you are never looking back, because you deserve more, you deserve happiness, you deserve freedom, and you will never find that as long as you are tied to their toxicity. And let me tell you something, when you finally walk away for good, when you finally break free, you will feel something you haven't felt in a long time. Peace. No more walking on eggshells. No more anxiety, no more waiting for the next explosion, just peace. And that peace, that is your new life calling you. That is your new beginning. That is you stepping into the strongest, boldest, most powerful version of yourself. And when you finally get there, when you finally see how incredible life can be without their chaos, you'll wonder why you didn't walk away sooner. So do it now. Do it today. Close the door, burn the bridge, and never, ever look back, because your future is waiting, and it is brighter than you ever imagined. This is how you win. This is how you break free. This is how you reclaim your power. Now go out there and build the life you deserve. Own your power and step into your freedom. Let me ask you one final question. Who are you going to be from this moment forward? Because the person who walked into this room, the person who sat here reading this, is not the same person who is walking out. You are stronger now, wiser now, more aware now. And that means you have a choice. You can stay in the cycle, stay trapped in their manipulation, stay stuck in their game, stay waiting for change that will never come. Or you can choose yourself, choose your peace, choose your freedom, choose to finally, fully, and unapologetically walk away. Because let's be clear, this is not just about dealing with a narcissist. This is about reclaiming your life. This is about breaking the pattern. This is about saying no more, never again. This is about becoming the version of you who no longer tolerates disrespect, who no longer settles for less, who no longer gives their energy to people who don't deserve it. And I get it, leaving toxicity behind isn't easy. You will have moments of doubt, moments where you miss the good times, moments where you wonder if you made the right decision, but hear me loud and clear, you did. Because when you break free from a narcissist, you are not losing anything, you are gaining everything. You are gaining your confidence back, you are gaining your happiness back, you are gaining your future back. And nothing is more valuable than that. So today, I need you to make a commitment, not to me, not to anyone else, but to yourself. A commitment that says, I will set boundaries and enforce them. I will not engage in their drama. I will stop trying to fix them and start focusing on my own growth. I will surround myself with people who lift me up. I will walk away and never look back, because the moment you do that, you win. Not them, not their manipulation, not their guilt tripping, you. And that's the ultimate power move. Now, go take back your life. Go reclaim your power. Go build the future that was always meant to be yours. And when you look back at this moment, when you look back at the day you finally decided to break free, you will realize that this was the moment. Everything changed. Your future starts now.